Dear student, good morning. Today's topic is conduction of electricity in semiconductor. So, first one, intrinsic conduction. When pure silicon and germanium, they are poor conductor of electricity because they have network or lattice of four strong covalent bond. When sufficient amount of energy by increasing temperature is supplied, covalent bond break due to thermal vibrations and electrons are released. The electron have behind positive holes at the site of missing electron. When electric field is applied, free electron move to one direction and positive holes move in other directions. The intrinsic semiconductor contain equal number of current carrying holes and electrons of conduction. Student, you see easily on your display, in a silicon and a metal lattice, the four covalents are formed by the silicon, but when the heat is given to silicon, so the thermal vibrations are created and electrons are released from the lattice sides. These free electrons are responsible for electric current passage, and they have some direction, but in an opposite direction. Silicon means an atom of a crystal lattice which has released the free electrons. They generate the positive hole, and this positive hole poses the opposite direction. So by the heat, the silicon passes the electric current. In this point, because you are given to the temperature to silicon atom, you are not using any outer side chemical compound. So this type of conduction or this type of semiconductor way is known as intrinsic conduction. Student, second one type is extrinsic conduction. Intrinsic conduction is too low to be practical. Their conductivity is increased by adding an appropriate amount of suitable impurity, and this process is called doping. The impurity is of two types. First one, electron rich or donor impurities. Second one, electron deficient or acceptor impurities. So practically the intrinsic conduction is costly, so they are not usable. So we use the extrinsic conduction when the external another chemical substance is mixed in group 14 members, for example silicon and germanium. This phenomena is known as doping, and there are two types of impurities are mixed: electron rich and electron deficient. So first one, which is known as electron rich or donor impurities, silicon and germanium group 14 doped with group 15 means arsenic, phosphorus, which have 5 valence electron. Silicon or germanium atom is substituted by an atom of arsenic or phosphorus, form 4 electrons, form 4 covalent bonds, and fifth electrons remains free, which is come from the side of a group 15 means arsenic and phosphorus side. This extra electron, which is not needed for bonding, becomes delocalized and can serve to conduct electricity. This type of conductivity is known as N-type semiconduction, where N stand for negative because electron is formed negative hole. For example, doping of germanium or silicon with group 15 elements phosphorus, Sp and bismuth, antimony, you have seen on a display. In a silicon when doped with the arsenic, so arsenic form the 4 covalent bond, but the fifth electron is remain free, which is passes the electric current because the surplus mobile electron form negative hole. So this type of semiconduction is known as N-type semiconductor. Second one type, electron deficient or acceptor impurities. When some atoms of germanium are doped with acceptor atoms having only 3 outer shell electron, such as indium group 13, indium uses 3 electron to form 3 covalent bond and is unable to form 4 bonds to complete network. Therefore, some sites normally occupied create positive hole. The migration of positive hole continues and current is carried. This is equivalent to moving an electron to opposite direction. This type of conduction is called p-type semiconduction because positive holes appears to be responsible for semiconduction. Example, doping of silicon or germanium with group 13 such as indium, gallium, etc. So you have seen on the display when we dope the indium means group 13 members with the silicon group 14 members. So the three covalent bonds are formed and the one electron is deficient which is from the positive hole where the no electrons. So they consider as a electron deficient site which form a p-type semiconductor means positive semiconductor. So the applications of semiconductor first used to make electronic components. So first one which is known as a diode is a combination of n-type and p-type semiconductor and used as a rectifier. So transistor you have seen in the many electronic devices which are PNP or NPN type of layers which is known as a sandwich. Semiconductor are used to detect or amplifying radio or audio signals. You have seen on a display the N-type and a P-type semiconductor when formed in a layer by layer, so they consider as a sandwich and used in a very electric circuit. And third one, a solar cell is a photodiode used for converting radiant energy means light into electrical energy. So when the sunlight is passes to the solar panel, so the electron are excited and the semiconductor are generate to the electric current. So these are the application of semiconductors. Student, most of the question are asked what are the difference between a p-type and n-type semiconductor. So you build this point. This topic is mainly asked in a board exam. So point or build up this point and make the carefully notes and learn very easily by this today's slide. So thank you very much.